Welcome to our English Flow podcast channel. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Flow podcast. I am your host, Sarah.
And I am Mark. It is great to be here with you today. We hope you are ready to improve your English listening skills.
Today, we have a topic that everyone knows about. We all do it. We are talking about shopping.
Yes, but specifically, we are comparing two different ways to shop. We are looking at online shopping versus in-store shopping.
This is a big debate. Some people love to click a button on their computer. Others prefer to walk into a real shop, look at things, and touch them. Mark, do you prefer online or in-store?
That is a hard question. I think I like both for different reasons. But before we share our opinions, let's look at some important vocabulary. We have 5 words for you today.
Great. Let's start with the first one. The first word is convenient. C-O-N-V-E-N-I-E-N-T.
Convenient means something is easy, helpful, and saves you time. It fits well into your life.
For example, shopping online is very convenient. You can stay at home in your pajamas, drink coffee, and buy groceries. You don't have to drive your car.
That is true. Okay, the second word is try on. To try on.
This is a phrasal verb. To try on means to put clothes or shoes on your body to check the size and style.
This is very important for buying jeans or shoes. If you go to a store, you can try on the jacket. You can see if it looks good in the mirror. You cannot do this on a computer.
Exactly. Our third word is delivery. D-E-L-I-V-E-I.
Delivery is the act of bringing goods, letters, or packages to a person or place. When you buy online, you must wait for the delivery.
Sometimes delivery is fast, like one day, but sometimes delivery is slow. You might wait 2 weeks for your package.
The fourth word is crowded. Crowded means a place is full of people. There is no space to move.
On the weekend, the shopping mall is often very crowded. It is noisy and hot. I don't like crowded places.
And our final word for today is queue. Q-U-E. In American English, they often say line, but queue is also common.
A queue is a line of people waiting for something. At the supermarket, you stand in a queue to pay for your food.
Waiting in a long queue is boring. So we have convenient, try on, delivery, crowded, and queue.
Excellent! Now that we know the words, let's move on to our discussion about the pros and cons.
So Sarah, let's start our discussion with online shopping. It has changed the world completely. Why do you think it is so popular?
Well, the biggest positive is definitely convenient. We mentioned this earlier. You can shop 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If I cannot sleep at 2 a.m., I can buy a new book. I don't need to shower or get dressed.
That is a huge advantage. I also love that I can find anything online. In a small local shop, the choices are limited. But online, I can buy products from other countries. I can find special sizes or rare colors that my local mall does not have.
That is true. Also, there is another big benefit: reviews. When I buy something on Amazon, I can read what other people say. If a product has 5 stars, I know it is good. If it has 1 star, I know not to buy it. You cannot read reviews on a box in a physical store.
Good point. However, online shopping is not perfect. There are some big negatives. What do you dislike about it?
The biggest problem for me is that I cannot use my senses. I cannot touch the fabric, I cannot smell the perfume, I cannot see the real color.
Exactly. I once bought a red shirt online. When the delivery arrived, the shirt was actually orange. I was so disappointed. The photo on the website was different from reality.
And returning items is annoying. You have to print a label, box it up, and go to the post office. It takes a lot of time. Sometimes I keep the item just because I am too lazy to return it.
Me too. Now, let's switch to in-store shopping. Why do people still leave their houses to shop?
The best thing is instant gratification. This means you get the product immediately. You pay, and it is yours. You don't have to check your email for a tracking number or wait 3 days.
Yes, and for clothes, it is essential to try on items. Sizes are strange. Sometimes a medium is very big, and sometimes it is very small. In the store, you know it fits perfectly before you pay.
I also think shopping in a store is a social activity. I like to go with my friends, we look at clothes, we talk, and maybe we drink a coffee afterwards. It is a fun way to spend a Saturday. You cannot do that with a laptop.
That sounds nice, but we must talk about the bad parts. The stores can be very crowded.
Oh yes, especially on the weekend or during a big sale like Black Friday. It is noisy, there is no space to walk, people bump into you. It can be very stressful.
And don't forget the queue. I hate standing in a long line just to pay for one item. Sometimes there is only one cashier and 20 people waiting. It feels like a waste of time.
One more thing I dislike about stores is the sales assistants. Sometimes they are helpful, but sometimes they pressure you. They follow you and ask, "Do you want to buy this?" I prefer to look alone quietly.
I understand. So, online is great for variety and ease, but physical stores are better for trying things on and getting them fast.
That is a good summary of the pros and cons, Mark. But I think the best way to shop really depends on what you are buying. Let's look at some specific examples. What about electronics, like a new phone, a laptop, or a camera?
For electronics, I almost always shop online. I think it is much better.
Really? Why is that? I get nervous buying expensive things without seeing them first.
I understand, but for electronics, you need information. When I buy a laptop, I need to check the technical details. I need to know about the memory, the speed, and the battery life. Online, I can compare 5 different laptops side by side on my screen. In a store, the information on the tag is very small and limited.
That makes sense. And often, electronics are cheaper online because there are special web-only deals. However, I sometimes go to the store just to look. I touch the phone, see how heavy it is, and check the screen. Then I go home and buy it online for a lower price.
That is a smart strategy. Many people do that. Now, let's talk about something completely different. Groceries, food shopping.
Oh, for food, I must go to the supermarket. I cannot buy fresh food online.
Why not? I have tried online grocery delivery a few times. It was very convenient. The delivery man brought the bags right to my kitchen door.
For boxes of cereal or cans of soup, it is fine. But for fruit, vegetables, and meat, I need to choose them myself. I want to pick the perfect apple. I want to make sure the bananas are not brown. If I let the shop assistant choose for me, they might give me old vegetables.
You are right. I once ordered strawberries online and they were not very fresh. But for heavy things like big bottles of water, dog food, or laundry detergent, online is amazing. You don't have to carry heavy bags to your car.
That is true. Okay, here is another situation. Buying gifts for other people.
This is where online shopping is the clear winner for me. My sister lives in a different city. If I buy her a birthday gift in a store, I have to wrap it, go to the post office, pay for postage, and send it.
It takes a lot of time.
Exactly. But online, I just type in her address. I click gift wrap and the company sends it directly to her house. It is so easy.
I agree. The only time I buy gifts in a store is when I am late. If I forgot my friend's birthday is today, I cannot order online. The delivery will be too slow. I have to run to the mall and buy something immediately.
So online is for planning ahead and in-store is for emergencies.
Yes. And finally, what about furniture, like a sofa or a bed?
Definitely in-store. You spend 8 hours a night in your bed. You must lie down on the mattress to see if it is soft or hard. You cannot guess that from a picture.
I agree completely. Some things you just have to feel.
We have covered a lot of information today, Sarah. It is clear that both ways of shopping have strong points and weak points.
That is true. It seems that there is no perfect way to shop. It really depends on your personality and what item you need.
To summarize our conversation, online shopping is the winner for convenience. It is great for people who are busy, who want to compare technical details like with laptops, or who want to send gifts to friends in other cities.
Yes, but you have to wait for delivery, and you cannot see the product in real life. On the other hand, in-store shopping is the winner for clothes and shoes because you can try on the items. It is also better for fresh food like fruit and vegetables.
But you have to deal with crowded malls and standing in a long queue. I think for many people, the future is a mix of both. We call this hybrid shopping. Maybe you look online but buy in the store, or you look in the store and buy online.
Exactly. We use both tools to get the best deal and the best product.
Now, before we finish, we have a challenge for our listeners. We want you to practice your English writing and speaking.
Here is your question for today. What is the last thing you bought? Did you buy it online or in a store? And why did you choose that method?
For example, you could answer, "The last thing I bought was a pair of running shoes. I bought them in a store because I needed to try them on."
Or, the last thing I bought was a phone case. I bought it online because it was cheaper and very convenient.
Please try to use one of our vocabulary words in your answer. Remember the words convenient, try on, delivery, crowded, and queue.
Writing your answer down is a great way to remember the new words. You can also record your voice and listen to your pronunciation.
That brings us to the end of this episode of the English Flow Podcast. Thank you for listening and learning with us today.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next conversation. Keep practicing your English every day. Even just 10 minutes a day makes a big difference.
Have a great week, everyone. Happy shopping!
Bye-bye.